guess I'm on and alive. I guess. Alright, so once alive, I wanna give all praises. I wanna say Barakataya Hawa, Barakataya Hawa Shai, Barakataya Hawa, Barakataya Hawa Shai, Barakataya Hawa, Barakataya Hawa Shai. Say double honors to the apostles and elders are great millstone that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elect of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. Alright, this is Ama1 from Great Millstone in Trinidad, the Great Millstone Camp in Trinidad. And just decided to go live. I do a video on this earlier on today, but I ain't uploaded yet. I say, hey, Spirit was on me to go live. I said, I'm going to go live, you know. So as you can see the title is to help understand the Greeks in the New Testament. Because just today, somebody who, because I just talk to my customers on work. And somebody who I was talking to yesterday, when I'm a customer, called me back. And today he called me back and to ask him about the Gentiles. Like, you know, he older than me by far, and like but I was telling him like it's starting to play on his mind a little bit, so he called me back. He said he would have checked me, but he didn't come again. But he wanted to know about the Gentiles. And I say, you know, it's funny, because I do a video on this earlier on today, but I didn't upload it. I say, well, hey, we're going to do it live, and whoever understand, I go and try my best with the knowledge given unto me by Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, through the apostle elders, a great millstone, to explain it to the best of my ability. Alright? So it have, as I was saying, a big controversy with the Greeks and the Gentiles, who the apostle Paul and the apostle Peter went to. You understand? It have a big controversy with that, saying that they went to heathens, actual physical Elamites and actual physical Elamites and actual physical Moabites and physical Ammonites and such. That is what these Christian churches believe, that the Apostle Paul went to these people and telling them that they have a part of salvation, which is false. Alright? That is a false, that not biblical and not scriptural. If that was scriptural, then the Most High would be lying. Alright? Because when you read what? I'm going to just get this quick precept. This is Psalms 147, verse 19 and 20. And it says, He showeth His word unto Jacob, His statutes and His judgments unto Israel. The word Jacob is synonymous with Israel because it's the same man whose name just changed from Jacob to Israel. He had not dealt so with any nation, and as for His judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. So no other nation know the judgments and the laws and the statutes of the Most High. So then, no other nation could come into this fold other than Israel. Now when I read in Romans 11th chapter, I talk about the branches that was broken off. Alright? Now, in order for the branches to be broken off, that to be part of the tree in the first place, then be broken off and grafted back in. So when did the branches break off? Alright? When you go into it, it are different various captivities, but the main captivity that Israel was being going off on and serving all kind of other idols. You see, the Greeks in the time of the Greeks, Israel was being wicked, serving all kind of different idols and philosophies and theories. In the time of the Greeks, and that is documented in the book of the Maccabees, in the Apocrypha. This book, which is a part of this book, the Holy Bible, because this is the King James Version Apocrypha. For people who don't know, you could see it on your screen right there right here. King James Version Apocrypha, which is a part of this book. Like if you buy a 1611 King James Version Bible, the original 1611, you ain't going to see no J, the letter J ain't going to be in it. And you open it up and you go and see the Apocrypha in it, because it was originally published with the Apocrypha. But it had a group called the Bible Destruction Group. Now let me see if I could just look them up here quick. Right, the Bible Destruction Group. Snow. Just give me a little minute there. Bible. The internet kinda sticking a little. Just give me a little time. Well, anyhow, it had a group called the Bible Destruction Group. I'll wait until it load up here. I'll speak on it by the time. The Bible Destruction Group, who came about to destroy the Bible, and they come about the Bible Destruction Group 1776 to 1826. Alright, which would be what? 50 years. 50 years this group was active. And the year 1776 is a heavy year, because that the year the Illuminati was formed by a man named Wilhelm, let's know it. Adam Weishaupt, right. The name come back to me. Adam Weishaupt. Right. See, Johann Adam Weishaupt was a German philosopher and founder of the Illuminati. So Adam Weishaupt. Alright? So that is when the Illuminati, it was founded by he. America was deemed the year, America was, let's know it. I'm not going to his name. Don't mean to stray from the point, but let's look up 1776 here quick. 1776 Illuminati. Right. Illuminati, right. I get it here. It says the Illuminati, plural of Latin illuminatus, enlightened, is a name given to several groups, both of real and fictitious. Historically, the name usually refers to the Bavarian Illuminati. an enlightened era secret society founded on the 1st of May 1776. Now, and around that very same time, the Bible Instruction Group was in action. And that was, on the panel that was some fucking Edomites, alright? It was only Edomites who had a theory that if we destroy the Bible, but how did they can't destroy the Most High Word? But what they did, they took the Apocrypha, they took that out for hundreds of years and just leave you with these 66 books here. Alright? They left us with these 66 books and took the Apocrypha out, the source. This is a big part of the book. Okay, so it has some people who discredit this. This is a credible source of information, and it is part of the Bible. 100% part of the Bible. Nothing wrong with the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha is credible information, and in the Apocrypha speaks on how Israel became heathens. It speaks on the destruction of America vividly, the arrows being shot into the ends of the world. It speaks on the so-called white man is the devil. It gives you a clear understanding on that. Alright? It gives you a clear understanding on many things. Because when you read in the normal Bible, what we have today, when you're reading this, it don't really go much into the Greeks, except for like in Daniel chapter 8, the rough goat, alright, which was Alexander the Greek, the Great, or the Creep. But in the Apocrypha, it tells you about the kingdom of the Greeks, the different rulers, naming names, and all of that. And the Edomites, the so-called white people, in the time of the Renaissance, they didn't want every and anybody knowing who they were, and the Apocrypha would have helped people to know what time it is more vividly. See, Satan was loosed out of his prison, so he had to go about and deceive. Now, they cannot destroy the Most High Word, but they could lie and tell people the Word ain't credible. Alright, you understand? The Word, don't believe in it. They could lie and tell people that. But what Yahweh Shai say in Matthew the 24th chapter? Yahweh Shai say, the elect won't be deceived. So the elect going and find out all truth, because the Holy Spirit, which searcheth out all things, matter of fact, let me get that. 1 Corinthians chapter 2 verse 10. And it says, but the Most High hath revealed them unto us. What is the things he revealed? The mysteries, the hidden things. And it so happened that the Apocrypha means sent away hidden. So the Most High revealed this unto we, that this book is the truth. This is part of the word, this is part of the gospel. And in the Bible, in John, what all of this is the let me just say this quick. Why I am saying all of this, to show you that the information in it, which a lot of brothers in the truth know, but this is brothers who ain't too good. When I bring all the information, you go understand that it's credible and it's biblical. Alright? When you read John chapter 10 verse 22, it says that Yahweh Shai kept the feast of dedication, and the feast of dedication could only be found inside of this Bible. Alright? Nowhere else inside of the Apocrypha, so Maccabees. That is where the feast of dedication was. That is where that feast came about. In the time of dedicating back the temple, from when it was bombarded by these devils, these so-called white people. Antiochus Epiphanes leading the line. Alright? So I read 1 Corinthians 2 verse 10. But the Most High hath revealed them unto us by his Spirit. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. Deep things. Like if you take something and you hide it deep into the earth, you don't want nobody to see it. Like about niggas taking the word of the Most High and like the one hide it. Them ain't going and preach it, they're going and hide the word. That ain't good. But let me say you take something deep and you take something and you hide it deep into the earth. Somebody with some knowledge of it go and look and dig it up. Somebody with a map could go and find it wherever you hide. Now the map of the Spirit, the map of these scriptures is the Spirit of the Most High. The Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That is the map where does guide we and lead we into all the hidden things. All the hidden things were hidden deep. The Spirit will guide we and let we go and find it out. Beginning with the apostles are great millstone. Alright? So the Apocrypha is very credible. Now, let me get First Maccabees. First Maccabees chapter 1 verse 1. It says, and it happened after that Alexander the son of Philip, Alexander the Great, the first over Greece. Alright? Alexander the Great was the first king. The Apocrypha go and say it. But secular history have Alexander the Great as the first king of the Greeks. Alright? Secular history. So this Bible backing up secular history as well. Because the Bible is the most accurate history book. But the so-called white man ain't going to tell you that. Because he's the devil that the Bible speaks of. And his purpose is to deceive. Not to tell you the truth. Alright? That Alexander, son of Philip the Macedonian, Philip the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Kittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persian and Medes, that he reigned in his stead the first over Greece, and made many wars and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth. Alright? So that is what Alexander the Great did, or as the apostles call him, Alexander the Great. So I'm jumping down to verse 7. So it says, so Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Now, the servants that bear rule in Alexander's place, the main two were the king of the north and the king of the south. Alright? The king of the north and the king of the south. King of the north with the Seleucid dynasty. The king of the south with the Ptolemaic dynasty. Alright? Ptolemaic empire, or whatever I want to call it. These two kings, it had Ptolemy, Lacomaeus, Cassander, and Seleucus. But the king of the north and the king of the south, Seleucus, the Seleucid, and the Ptolemaic, they were the two most prominent kings. Now, out of the Seleucid line, it had Seleucus, it had Antiochus. The names were changing. That like Seleucus, it had the Antiochus. The Seleucus, the Antiochus, but it's the same line. Out of that line, the Seleucid line, it had a wicked king called Antiochus Epiphanes, or Antiochus the Fourth, Epiphanes. Alright? The devil himself, I feel. I would say that man was a demon. Alright? So it says, and evils were multiplied in the earth, because they are the wicked. They were the wicked. They were Edomites, calling themselves Syrians and Greeks and Romans and such. They were fucking Edomites. That is what it was. So it says, verse 10, and there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been an hostage at Rome, and he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks. Verse 11, it says, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. Now, Israel had some wicked Israelites, just like today it has some wicked Israelites. And they consulted together and say, here what? Better we forget the laws what Moses did give, and we forefathers was keeping, instead of do what these Greeks doing. Because the Greeks, they were heathens. They didn't give a shit about the laws of the Most High. And the Israelites, they didn't care about the laws of the Most High, but some didn't. And some went and followed the devil. Alright? Some went and followed the devil. The devil is the so-called white man. And verse 12, it says, so this device pleased them well. It says, then certain of the people were so forward hearing that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. Somebody outside my apartment, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen. So Israel went and do after the same thing the heathen was doing. Israel started to follow. Alright? Now the Greeks, you look up the dress code of the Greeks. They used to wear on togas. They used to shave the face bald, clean. Some might have beards, but majority of the time they shave the clear, take off all their beard. Children uncircumcised, whatever. Worshipping idols, so what? That is how the Greeks used to live. The Romans were worse, because it was the devil, evil that was promoting. That's why the scripture says evils were multiplied in the earth. Alright? So it says, and the next thing is that Israel were following this custom. And I believe when it coming down, when it come down, Antiochus Epiphanes came into power 175 BC, before the Common Era, or before the Christian era, as the scholars say. That when Antiochus Epiphanes came into power. Alright? So 175 years before the Christian era, this is what was going on. Then Yahushua came on the scene around 180. 180 to when he died around 3380. 180 to 3380. The Apostle Paul came on the scene a while after. So let me say around 200 years, roughly, could be in between, less or more. You had Israelites from the time of the Greeks to the time of the Apostle Paul, who were doing this thing. Alright? Because here we're going. It says this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward hearing that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief. Okay? Israelites this talking about. This talking about Israelites. Now these wicked Israelites, did they stop becoming the sons of Jacob because they went and do that? No, they didn't stop. They were still Israelites. They were still the sons of Jacob. That was still Jacob's seed. Alright? But the thing is that they weren't keeping the laws that the Most High gave unto the seed of Jacob. They were doing after the heathen, living just like the heathen. For around, because when they did this, when the Israelites, when they did this, they would have had children in the land wherever they go. They would have had children, and they would have teach the children this. To do that, make yourself uncircumcised. And their children would have teach their children that. And their children, and their children, their children. Alright? And their children, coming down the line, after a while, all their children going to know is what the forefathers teach them. Them ain't going to know what Moses teach them. Alright? But they were still Israelites. Not because they stopped doing it, that stopped becoming an Israelite. No. That's why the Apostle Paul was talking about uncircumcision and circumcision and all of that. But I will get to that as I go on. So I'll stop at verse 15. I will jump to verse 41. Alright? I will jump to verse 41. So it says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom that all should be one people. Antiochus Epiphanes, the fourth. Alright? He wanted to do the same New World Order that the so-called white man today want to do. Bring all under him. Everybody, all nations under him. All, everybody, just come under me. Nimrod tried it in the time of the Babylon Empire, way back then. Mosai crushed it. Antiochus Epiphanes tried it. Mosai crushed he. And the so-called white man ain't wise. Or that they were wise, that they would consider this their latter end. He not wise. So what he doing is the same thing that them doing, and they came to a halt. The Mosai stopped it. Same thing the Mosai go and do this empire. The Mosai go and stop this empire, because this empire is the same wicked empire, just like the Romans and the Babylonians with Nimrod. Alright? It says, moreover, King Antiochus wrote that to his whole kingdom, that all should be one people. Alright? All one people. New world order, one world order. So it's not new. And everyone should leave his laws. So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king. So all the heathen. So if you had Elamites under the Greek Empire living around them areas at that time, they didn't give a shit. Them consented. If you had Moabites around there at that time, they consented. If you had Hamites around there at that time and Arabs, they didn't care. Them, wherever, they say leave my laws, fuck that. Them need the laws and started to live like Greeks. But here we're going on to say, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion and sacrificed unto idols and profaned the Sabbath. So it had Israelites too, who were not supposed to do that, doing that. Israelites who were supposed to keep the laws of the Most High, say to hell with the laws of the Most High. Alright? They went after the ordinance of the heathen. Just now, Just now. Two precepts came to mind there. It says, these Exodus 23 verse 2. It says, thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil. And that is what Israel went and do. Some Israelites went and follow a multitude, because all the rest of heathen agreed, they agreed too. Fuck that. We heathens just like these heathens, and let we do circumcise with trend. It says, thou shalt not follow Exodus 23 verse 2. Thou shalt not follow a multitude to do evil, neither shalt thou speak in a cause to decline after many to wrest judgment. Alright? But the point is, you're not supposed to follow a multitude to do evil. That Israelites doing that. I get Deuteronomy there. Deuteronomy. Chapter 30, verse 19. Right, now read from 15. It says, see, I have set before thee this day life and good, death and evil. In that I command thee this day to love the Lord thy God, to walk in his ways, and keep his commandments, and his statutes, and his judgments, that thou mayest live and multiply, and Yahweh thy power shall bless thee in the land whither thou goest to possess it. But if thine heart turn away, so that thou wilt not hear, but shall be drawn away and worship other powers, and serve them, I denounce unto you this day that ye shall surely perish, and that ye shall not prolong your days upon the land thou passest over Jordan to go to possess it. It says, I call to heaven and earth to record this day against you, that I have set before you life and death, blessing and cursing. Therefore choose life, that both thou and thy seed may live. Alright? And Israel didn't do that. Many Israelites didn't do it. So they wandered out of the way of understanding, and they were in the congregation of the dead. Proverbs chapter 26 or 21 verse 16. I'm going to read it. It says, the man that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead. And Israel wandered out of the way of understanding. Many Israelites did that. So they were dead. Not physically dead, but the commandments is life, as I now read in Deuteronomy 30. Alright? The life is in the commandments, and they went and worshipped idols and sacrificed the swine's flesh and all of that. Profaned the Sabbaths and all of that. Alright? I read over 43. First Maccabees 1 verse 43. It says, yea, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion, and sacrificed unto idols, and profaned the Sabbath. For the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Yeah, the strange laws, which made them what? Strangers. Which made them strangers, heathen, or Gentile, or Greeks. These strange laws made them that. They were not following the laws known unto their fathers, which were the laws which Moses gave, which the Most High gave unto Moses in the wilderness. Alright? They were not doing that. So henceforth, they became heathen. And over hundreds of years, Israel was living like freaking heathens. Alright? Until Yahweh sent forth his only begotten son Yahweh Shai, and broke down the middle wall of partition, even the law. Because it have laws where you do these things, you're going to be cut off from your people. That laws in the Bible saying that, just know. I'm going to get a precept saying that. Yes, no. Right. Right. So these are Exodus 31 verse 14. It says, ye shall keep the Sabbath therefore, for it is holy unto you. And I now read, Israel didn't keep the Sabbath. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death, for whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. And Israel they profaned it, like willingly just say fuck it and profaned it. Now we have instances now through the grace of Yahweh Shai that how we in this wicked ass captivity go and have brothers who go have to work on the Sabbath. Grace go come in for that. But it had no fucking purpose back then for Israel not to do this. Alright? It had no purpose back then. They just say fuck it. I want to do what the Antiochus say to do. But it said they're going to be cut off from among the people. So when you fast forward hundreds of years down the line, in the time of the so-called scribes and Pharisees and the Jews and them, these people who Paul went preaching to, these people and them who Paul the apostle went preaching to, telling them, hey, yo, they could come back in. Jews and them, when they read this law, would I be looking at that funny and say, hey, all you're telling me to go against the laws? All you're telling me to go against the laws? So Paul was saying, hey, Yahweh Shai come. The man come. Yahweh Shai came. So, to base Israel coming back together in the kingdom of heaven, because it's all about the kingdom of heaven. To base Israel coming back together in the kingdom of heaven, off of that, Yahweh Shai broke that down. He mashed that up to bring back all Israel in, so the kingdom could be established, because Israel is the people of the kingdom. Alright? That's why Yahweh Shai say, from the days of John the Baptist, just now, I'm going to get them two precepts. This is Matthew 11, verse 11. It says, verily I say unto you, among them that are born of women, there had not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. Talking about the 12. And from the days of John the Baptist until now, the kingdom of heaven suffered violence, and the violence taken by force. That is the Romans. Alright? The kingdom of heaven, which was the Israelites, suffering violence under the hands of the Romans, because them is the people of the kingdom. The Gentiles who Paul went preaching to is Israelites. They also is part of the kingdom of heaven. So Yahweh Shai, Paul, Peter, Yahweh Shai telling Paul and Peter, hey, go to them Israelites who scattered, who was worshipping idols, and tell them come back in. Because the time the kingdom is looking to be set up. Matthew chapter 4 verse 17, it says, from that time, this is one of my favorite scriptures, Yahweh Shai began to preach and to say, repent, for the kingdom of heaven is at hand. These people is part of the kingdom of heaven. Tell them, look, to come in and repent. The time is at hand. Alright? But it are the Jews who will say, nah, the laws saying something else. Paul was explaining to them that, hey, faith first. Let them believe first. Don't base all Israel coming back together on uncircumcision. Let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. But the Jews wasn't accepting that. Because why? The Most High did prophesy and say he going on what? Provoke them to jealousy with a people who is not a nation. Alright? Let me get our precept. This 1 Corinthians chapter 14. No, not Corinthians. Romans 14 verse 5. It says, one man esteemeth one day above another. One man esteemeth one day above another. Another esteemeth every day alike. Meaning it go and have a brother who come in, and today he learns some, and the next day he learn a new thing, and the next day he learn a new thing, and the next day he just going, climbing, increasing rapidly. And another estimate every day the same way. He slower to increase, to get a full persuasion. Alright, to get a full persuasion that he esteeming every day the same way. But it says, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So when he ready, when that man fully persuaded, hey, let he be fully persuaded. When the next one ready, who might move quicker and say, yeah, I ready. F it. I ain't enough faith, I don't for this, whatever. But let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. Alright? But the Jews and the scribes, the wicked scribes and Pharisees were basing Israel coming back together on circumcision, on who were worshipping idols, who had tattoos on the skin, because the scripture said, thou shalt not make any market. When you go back to the law, remember these Jews, they had the law. When you go back to the law in Leviticus chapter 19 verse 27, it says, ye shall not make 28. I read 27. It says, ye shall not wrong the corners of your head, neither shalt thou mar the corners of thy beard. Ye shall not make any cuttings in your flesh for the dead, nor print any marks upon you. I am Yahweh. So when they read that and they're seeing that these Greeks or these Gentiles coming back in, Israelites with marks on the skin, they say, nah, well, you have no part in this, boy. Get it hence, eh? Go from here, boy. That is what they were basing Israel coming back on, boy. Together as a kingdom, boy, as a nation on. Paul said, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind, bro. He uncircumcised for now. When he growing in the faith, he go get circumcised. Alright? So I'm going to go back in the Maccabees. It says, I read over verse 44. It says, for the king had sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem and the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land, alright, which made them strangers, as I say, and forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, and that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary of the holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts, that they should also leave their children uncircumcised, and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. Alright, so they wanted Israel to forget the law, and that is exactly what they did. They forgot the law. And their children coming up the line, them forget the law the same way. So let me fast forward now from this time to the time of Yahushua. It had these Israelites doing that. Alright? Yahushua was in the Jerusalem. He was in land of Israel, mainly Jerusalem at the time. That these Israelites, alright, who were lost, who were scattered among the heathen, living like heathen. Alright? Hence the reason why in John chapter 7 verse 35 it says, I read from 24, it says, ye shall seek me, this is Yahushua speaking, and shall not find me, and where I am, thither ye cannot come. Then said the Jews among themselves, whither will he go, that we shall not find him? Will he go unto the dispersed among the Gentiles and teach the Gentiles? Alright? It says, or Greeks. Because they knew that Israelites living among the Gentiles. Alright? They knew that. But they didn't accept them. Okay? So, it says that they should, to the end that they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. Right? Back in the Maccabees. And Israel did forget the laws of the Lord. So you fast forward into the time of Yahushua. The gospel was preached to the Jews. Yahushua tell them when he said, then after he said when he risen, go and preach to the whole world. He said go and preach the gospel into all the world. Alright? Then he came and he woke up. He showed Peter, don't call this common or unclean. What I cleanse, don't call common or unclean. Cornelius, which was an Israelite. Then he woke up the Apostle Paul. or he woke up the Apostle Paul before. Yeah, because I think the Apostle Paul was in Romans, Acts 9 chapter. The Apostle Paul get knocked off the horse, if I'm mistaken. And in Acts chapter 10, right, in Acts chapter 9, that when the Apostle Paul was he get knocked off, he was off he saw the vision of the Lord. Alright, that is when he saw the vision of the Lord. Right, that is when he saw it in Acts chapter 9. And in Acts chapter 10, Peter saw a vision and went to Cornelius, which was an Israelite. Alright, Peter saw a vision and went to Cornelius, which was an Israelite. I'm going to get this precept here. This Romans chapter 10 verse 13. No, verse 12. Where it says, for there is no difference between the Jew and the Greek, for the same Lord over all is rich unto all that call upon him. Alright. So a Christian day go see that precept and say, see, there's no difference between the Jew and the Greek, and start to jump and hop and run. Because he tell himself he got a strong point. Judging from what I know really, that Israelites living like Greeks. That Israelites operating like Greeks. Israelites who were calling themselves Greeks. Because the custom they didn't know for over 100 years. They didn't know the custom of the Jews properly. But they didn't know, some of them might have known these Jews. Like in Acts chapter 6. 6 verse 1 it says, and in those days when the number of the disciples were multiplied, there arose a murmuring of the Grecians against the Hebrews, because their widows were neglected in the daily ministration. When you look up the word Grecians, come from the Greek, I think Hellenistas or Hellenistis. We'll look it up for clarification here. Which means Greek-speaking Jews. Alright? Some of them know there was Jews. They're speaking Greek. And then it had some who were just fucking Greeks. Outright Greeks. Just say, hey, I's are Greek. I ain't nothing to do with no blasted Hebrew. Alright? But it was evident. You could have seen that, hey, them is Israelites. You could have seen that. That's why the scripture says the Spirit bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. The Spirit was bearing witness. The way they carried about themselves. Although they were operating like heathen, the way they carried about themselves show, hey, that just like we doing today. We might see a so-called a man who looking like a so-called white man. The way he carry about himself. I say, nah, that Jake. That Jake. That is a Jake. Bear with me a little bit there. I know. Satan, this the prince of the power of the air. You see? He do like that. Right, Hellenistis. Right, the Greek word Hellenistis.
Strong's G 1675. Hellenistes.
Hellenistis. It says, one who imitates the manners and customs of the worship of the Greeks and use the Greek tongue. Used in the New Testament of Jews born in foreign lands and speaking Greek. Israelites. And they call them Grecians, alright? Because why? You go back into the Maccabees, as I say, a very credible book that a lot of Israelites who fell off from their heritage and they were calling themselves Greeks, operating like Greeks, keeping the Greek customs. Some were even keeping the Roman customs. Many of them. That is why the book of Romans was written for the Israelites in Rome. Alright? For the Israelites in Rome. Israelites are scattered sheep. Gather in a thick skull. This is Jeremiah 17 verse 4. And thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger which shall burn forever. And the Most High was speaking to Jeremiah there. But that prophecy applied to all Israel because there came a falling away. That's why Most High say, even thyself, you are not going to discontinue from your heritage. Jeremiah died. He know he was an Israelite when he died, I believe. So when that happened to Jeremiah, in our next life, just like all Israel, it happened to all Israel, which God proved reincarnation also. It happened to all Israel. When Paul spoke about the great fault, except their common falling away, 1st, 2nd Thessalonians 3. That whole chapter is a badass chapter because it proves the so-called white man is the devil. Alright? It proves the so-called white man is the devil. So I'm going to get our next precept here. This Galatians chapter 3 verse 28. It says, and if ye be, 28, there is neither Jew nor Greek, there is neither bond nor free, there is neither male nor female, for ye are all one in Yahushai. And if ye be Yahushai, then are ye Abraham's seed, and heirs according to the promise. If it's Yahushai, it is Abraham's seed, and heirs according to the promise. But to say there is neither Jew nor Greek, so a blasted or a condemned Christian who stuck on stupid, who pastor break this down to him and say everybody could be saved, John 3:16, go read this precept and apply it to that. Alright, there's neither Jew nor Greek. So the Jews were the chosen people, but the Greeks go represent the Gentiles, and the Gentiles have a part, which is actual Gentiles, have a part in the Jews' religion. Hell fucking no. Paul was saying there is neither Jew nor Greek. The Greeks, talking about these Greeks in the Maccabees, who went and was the Israelites, who went and followed the customs of the Greek. There's no difference. There's Israelites. They are Israelites. Jump into verse 3, Galatians 3, verse, where you say now to Abraham and his seed, that's no, right, verse 16, it says now to Abraham and his seed were promises made. The promises were made to Abraham and his seed, his offspring. Abraham's offspring was Isaac. Paul going and say it. He said, not unto seeds of many, but as of one, unto thy seed, which is Yahushai. Which Yahushai was Isaac. Alright? He was the next father of the promise. And then the next father of the promise was Jacob. To these people. And Jacob's 12 sons were the children of the promise. The children of the kingdom of heaven. So the children of the kingdom of heaven had to all come back in order to be in the kingdom of heaven. Hence the reason why the Apostle Paul in Romans 11 and 26. Let's know. verse 25. It says, For I would not, brethren, that ye should be ignorant of this mystery, lest ye should be wise in your own conceit, that blindness in part is happened to Israel, until the fullness of the Gentiles be come in. The Gentiles, these other Israelites come in. And so all Israel shall be saved, because all Israel had to be saved, alright? All Israel is to be saved. It says, there shall come out of, as it is written, there shall come out of Zion, the deliverer, Yahweh, and shall turn away ungodliness from Jacob. And that is exactly what he did. All Jacob. Because Jacob, that some of Jacob's children went and lived ungodly after the ordinance of the heathen, as documented in the Apocrypha. Okay? As documented in the Apocrypha. So now, I'm going to read Romans 9, and I'll jump around. It says, I say the truth in Yahweh, I lie not. My conscience also bear me witness in the Holy Spirit, that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart. For I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahweh for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption. Now, listen. One question I have, right? You, because I asked one of my customers this the other day, he had no answer. So he had to get back to me. You grape juice drinkers, you blasted Christians, you born againers or whatever the fuck you call yourself, right? You have the Apostle Paul, who is a minister. They go agree. Listen now. Before I read Romans 9, let me read Romans 11, verse 12. Now, read from 13. Romans 11, verse 13. It says, For I speak to you Gentiles, inasmuch as I am the apostle of the Gentiles, I magnify my office. So Paul say he is the apostle of the Gentiles. He magnify his office, meaning he go all out for your apostleship, for your office. Alright? Go all out for it. So it says he magnify his office. He is the apostle of the Gentiles. So when you read in Acts, the 28th chapter, so Paul says he's the apostle of the Gentiles, right? He's the apostle of the Gentiles. Right. So let me see if Paul is some kind of madman. Acts chapter 28, verse 20. Now, when you read from verse 16, I'm going from 16 to get to the point, right? The point is in 20. It says, And when we came to Rome, the centurion delivered the prisoners to the captain of the guard. But Paul suffered to dwell by himself with a soldier that kept him. And it came to pass that after 3 days, Paul called the chief of the Jews together. And when they were come together, he said unto them, Men and brethren, do I have committed nothing against the people or customs of our fathers? Paul wasn't doing nothing against the customs of the fathers. He was keeping the law. Matter of fact, I'm going to highlight that too. Paul went into prison for no freaking reason, because of jealousy. Same thing with Yahweh Shai. They killed him because of envy. Wicked niggers. It says, Though I have committed nothing against the people or customs of our fathers, yet was I delivered to prison. Yet was I delivered prisoner from Jerusalem into the hand of the Roman, who when they had examined me, would have let me go, because there was no cause of death in me. But when the Jews spake against it, I was constrained to appeal unto Caesar. Not that I had ought to accuse my nation of,